everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. In today's pick a card reading, we are looking at what you need to know if you're going through a difficult time. Once you choose your card, you can find the timestamps in the description box below, which will take you directly to your reading. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is also linked in the description box below. And please just know I will never reach out to you to schedule a personal reading or any other service that I offer. The only way to book with me is on my website. Okay, let's get your cards. Okay, Spirit, we are looking at what you need to know if you're going through a difficult time. Can we have a card for pile number 1, please? Can we have a card for pile number 2, please? Can we have a card for pile number 3, please? Pile number 1, this is your card, and I'm only going to show you the top part of your card, and then we get into your reading. I will flip the card over and see what it says, so you can just choose intuitively by the picture. And your stone is the Botswana Agate. Okay, pile number 2, this is your card, and you have the African Turquoise. Pile number 3, this is your card, and you have the Kambaba Jasper. Please take as long as you need choosing your card or cards, and I'll see you in your readings. Hello, pile number 1, you have the Botswana Agate, and this is your card. Okay, let's go ahead and see what it says on the back. So it says, faith, a hopeful heart overflows with light. Faith illuminates the wonder of your unfolding path. I follow the spiritual spark in my heart. So Spirit wants you to know that first and foremost, you should have faith that you're going to get through this particular difficult time that you're going on. Having faith, I'm feeling, will also open your eyes to a new path forward, because I'm feeling like for some reason things were supposed to change in your life, and although this is a very difficult time for you, I feel like it's going to end up being a catalyst of change in your life, especially with the butterfly here. And look at all the butterflies. I mean, look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 butterflies here. And also there seems to be something about you pursuing something, going after your dreams or something like that, because this person here is like kind of going after the hearts, right? And then I follow the spiritual spark in my heart. So I'm getting this idea that you're supposed to, like, I'm getting a shift in your life is basically the easiest way I can say it. There's some sort of shift that's supposed to be happening in your life, and whatever you're going through right now is like the catalyst, or it's like the perfect opportunity for you to change things around or shift your focus, or, you know, something along those lines. Let me see, this says, okay, so right here, I don't think you can see it. Maybe you can, I don't know. The lighting, I think, is going to be blocking it out, but it says ahead to catch it. So, and it seems like that was done on purpose, but it seems like there's something over here that's missing from that phrase. So what I get from that is move ahead. Like, as difficult as it may be, Spirit is saying to do your best to move out of these difficulties, because you will be quite surprised at what is waiting for you on the other side. Okay, so that is what I'm seeing so far. Let's get into your other cards. Okay, what else can you tell us for pile number 1, please? What does pile number 1 need to know if they're going through a difficult time? Okay. So we have new moon in Leo and shine. So this is what I was saying. It seems like this is your time to start something new, to realize that where you were or what you're currently doing in your life is not like completely fulfilling your purpose, or it's not completely allowing you to grow and to shine. And so Spirit is trying to get your attention and, you know, bring your focus to the fact that if you have faith, if you move forward in the best way possible, you will end up on the right path, and you will end up shining your light, okay? Things will change for you. Things will definitely change. That darkness is going to turn to light. And I feel like at some point, if you look back, you're going to kind of understand, oh, okay, now I see why that happened. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Okay, what else can you tell us for pile number 1? So full moon in Scorpio, breathe through the tension. Yeah, this is kind of what I got with your first card is, you know, having faith, breathing through, taking a deep breath, knowing it's going to be okay, knowing that things are going to work out. Focusing on more of what you can do today instead of what happened in the past. And pushing forward, pushing through that. And I know it's difficult to say that, it's difficult to hear that when you're going through something. So just remember, this is coming from Spirit, right? Because Spirit knows your situation better than maybe even you do, because Spirit can see what's ahead of you, right? So Spirit is saying to take a deep breath, you know, breathe in and slowly breathe out, and kind of regain focus and keep the faith that you're going to get through this. Okay, let's see what else your cards say. What else can you tell us for pile number 1? Okay, so we have the Guardian Stone, Awakening, Progress, and Initiation. See, all your cards are kind of pointing to the same thing. I feel that with this difficult time, somehow or another, it's creating a new opportunity for you. Somehow or another, it's trying to align you on the right path, even though it's really difficult. And I'm getting for some of you that you may have recently lost a loved one. Okay, that's coming through very strongly for some of you. And I feel with these figures up here that your loved one is watching over you, and your loved one is trying to guide you in the right direction. Your loved one is trying to get you on track to this path that you're supposed to be on. Okay. And that could be the reason for your difficult time. If you recently lost a loved one and you're feeling depressed, you're feeling like, you know, you kind of lost your purpose. Okay, because I feel like there's something going on with pile 1 where it seems like there's some kind of sadness, some kind of depression, a feeling of like a lack of motivation, hopelessness, helplessness. And what I'm seeing is your whole spiritual team trying to cheer you on, trying to lift you up so that you can move forward. Okay. Look, the cycle breaker, you'll get through it, cycle ending. So this is a great card. Whatever it is that you've been going through, it's coming to an end. Okay, now, of course, there is an element of choice here because your cards are saying that this is coming to an end. You can choose to stay in the state of mind that you're currently in. If you're feeling devastated, you're feeling hopeless, you're feeling helpless, you don't have any faith, yeah, that's your choice. If you want to stay there and not do anything, you can do that. You have free will to do that. But what your spirit guides are trying to tell you is that if you have the faith, if you focus on kind of picking up the pieces, there is so much hope. Okay, there's so much hope. There's so much change that is waiting for you. Okay, so, yeah. There was another message trying to come through. Let me see. We might get it with your tarot cards. Okay, I just heard the season is almost over. So that could be connected to cycle break or cycle ending, but it was specific to the season is almost over. So I don't know if we'll get more information on that or if that was just some kind of specific message that was meant for someone out there where it will, you know, hold some particular meaning to you. But I will keep that in mind as we go through. But I mean, the general meaning is that it's almost over. Hang on. Like, you've got this. Okay. Okay. What else can you tell us for pile number 1? So we have the Page of Pentacles. This is a great card for you because this is indicating that that cycle, that season is almost over, that there is something new for you. There is hope. Okay. This is seeing something, seeing an idea. And so with this hope, with this faith, it's there for you. It's there for the taking. But your part of it is you have to put effort into it. You have to be able to break that cycle of feeling devastated, feeling hopeless, feeling helpless. And Spirit is saying, you know, kind of pick yourself up and try to move forward, try to have faith that you can get through this, because they're showing me that there are options for you. There are different avenues to go down. Some of you, it may be relating to work, a job, career, money, school, where you live, things like that. And with the Page of Pentacles, what I'm seeing here is that this is your potential. This is what you can start off with if you allow yourself to kind of pick yourself up, right? Pick yourself up and look at what the options are. Look at opportunities that are there for you. Okay, so we have the King of Swords. With the King of Swords, okay, this is when we go from the Page of Pentacles to the King of Swords. So this is taking an idea, putting a lot of energy into this particular idea and seeing it grow. And from that, moving out of the chaos into a calmer environment, an environment where your thoughts are making more sense. You can think clearly. Your information coming in makes more sense than where you currently are right now. The people that you're communicating with, that's making more sense. Figuring out what is the next step, that's going to become easier for you. And I see you really getting a grasp on the past and really kind of moving into this current present position where you are kind of, I feel like, restructuring your whole life. Like you've figured your way out of this kind of darkness, this depression, the sadness that I'm feeling right now. Okay, and then we have the Ace of Swords. And this is exactly why I see you coming out of that, because you have this inspiration, this great idea, something that will quite literally lift you out of that. Okay, this here with the Ace of Swords, actually with all of these cards, I see faith. Okay, this is not possible unless you have faith. Having faith that you can get through this. Okay, seeing that there is potential in the future. And I feel like once you kind of take the first few steps out of where you are right now, you're going to be able to breathe easier. I feel like for you, the hardest part is getting up. Okay. And then from there, I feel like the fog is going to lift. It's going to clear. You're going to see things clearer. You're going to be able to, like your communication with people, your communication with yourself, with your spirit guides is going to open up. So we have the Six of Swords. Yeah. So here, remember how I said those first few steps are going to be the most difficult, but then I see you clearing things up. That's what we have here with the Six of Swords. This is you realizing that where you currently are, it's not doing anything but feeding into the anxiety, feeding into the anxiousness, okay, feeding into the hopelessness, okay. So the Six of Swords really, to me in this particular reading, is embodying faith. Okay, this is saying I'm going to have faith. I'm going to move away from where I have been because it clearly hasn't been working. The only thing it's been doing is causing me more stress. And it's not productive. Okay, so this is taking that chance, picking yourself up and being really brave and moving away from that situation, from that thought process, that cycle. Okay, is the cycle, is it a thought process? Not being able to let go of a certain way of thinking or a certain way of looking at something? Because it could be also that you're looking at the situation from a different angle. Okay, and then you kind of walk away from the previous way that you were looking at things. Okay, so we have the Six of Cups. So it seems like there's something connected to the past that is connected to the state of mind that you're in. Maybe something in the past didn't work out the way you hoped it would. Maybe you lost somebody, you know, maybe you're stuck on these memories, you're stuck on the way things were supposed to be or the way you hoped things would be. And it's okay, Spirit just told me that no matter how much you try to rework the vision of the past or how it was supposed to be, it's not going to change the way things turned out. Okay, so they're telling me that the best way to move forward is acceptance. Okay, I know that's very difficult. That's what they're showing me. I'm also seeing the past from a different lens. Remember how I told you here that once you take those first few steps, once you, because if it's that you're looking at something in like a different way, if you break the cycle of how you're thinking about things, you will see almost like the truth of the situation. You will see things differently, and they're telling me that that will allow you to have closure on the situation that's kind of just being replayed over and over and over again in your mind. Okay, so we have the Moon card. You know, before I get to this, for some of you, I'm feeling like promises. Okay, there were promises that were made that weren't kept. So that could be with, I'm getting specifically for some of you, this has to do with a person or like a job for some of you. Like all these big promises, but they didn't come to fruition. Like you never, it's almost like you put in all this time and effort, but got nothing back, even though you were promised that you would. Okay, so the moon card, I'm getting a few things with the moon card. First of all, the moon card is interesting that it's connected to the Six of Cups, because I'm feeling like there is some kind of confusion connected to the past. There's something that, see, this could be promises that were made that never came true. This could be that cycle that I'm seeing of going over and over and over in your mind, the way things turned out, the way things, you know, kind of played out, which is so different than what you expected. And then kind of wondering, well, what do I do now? How do I move forward? Like, I can't see my way. And another thing I'm seeing here is kind of mulling over things with different scenarios, replaying things in your mind about this event that happened and not really getting anywhere from that except more anxiety. Okay, so I feel like this is connected to the cycle breaker, that if you break that cycle and if you get closure on that, then you'll be able to move forward with these new thoughts, these new ideas that will then have room to kind of expand and take hold, instead of this taking hold or keeping a hold on your mind. So we have the Seven of Cups. Yeah, there definitely seems to be rumination over what could have been or what happened, or some kind of deception that was spoken to you, or something you saw, kind of like something isn't what I thought it was. So I keep getting that it's Spirit keeps pointing out to me that it's time to break this cycle. Excuse me. Yeah, I can tell that you're kind of stuck in a cycle because my throat just closed up when I was trying to say that. So let's see what happens here. Okay. So if you do break that cycle, if you decide, you know what, I'm going to walk away from this. I see the light. I understand that this is what it is. There's nothing I can do to change this over here. So let me go ahead and move forward. Let me just let it go and move forward. Okay. So what I see happening if you do that, if you focus more on the potential of this right here, the Page of Pentacles, okay, you focus more on yourself, healing, grounding yourself. This could have something to do with work or cleaning your home, even cleaning your environment, getting rid of certain things that are memories, getting a new job if your last job wasn't working out for you. Maybe you had promises at your last job. Maybe they promised you a promotion or something and you never got that. And then the whole environment became kind of toxic and non-productive. Okay. So if you focus more on yourself and how you see yourself moving forward away from this here, what I see happening is an abundance of opportunities coming towards you. So let's say that this was a job and you decided that you need to leave that job because there's some kind of deception or underhandedness or something going on there. Okay. So one thing that's important is that you accept it and you move on, and don't feel like this was something to do with you. Okay, so it's not necessarily a personality default of your own that was going on here. So, because I'm feeling that for some of you. So Spirit is telling me that part of this process is to let go of any feelings of inadequacy or even being the victim, or, any of that. Just Spirit says, just let it all go and kind of start with a clean slate. Okay, so that you don't have any self-doubts. And why is because if you're yourself, you're going to shine, and new people, new situations, new environments are going to be drawn to your energy. Okay, this could be a very cleansing moment for you to break the cycle, okay, and to walk into new situations that are better suited for you, your personality, your energy, okay, all of that. Because with the Page of Pentacles, I'm getting the focus needs to be on you. You healing from the situation, you getting closure, releasing the situation, and then focusing on you and what you want and what you deserve. Okay. And when you do that, Spirit is showing me here with the Three of Wands that you're going to have a lot of things coming towards you, things that you deserve coming towards you, people who appreciate you, environments that appreciate you, environments where you will be able to grow and be yourself and be appreciated. Okay, what else? Yeah, look, this is you being yourself, and this is you finding success. Look at this right next to the New Moon in Leo and Shine card. Okay, do you see all that success? Do you see what I'm seeing here? So there's so much growth. There is, remember how I kept feeling this darkness? Look at all the sun here, like the sunset. This is success. This is feeling, okay, you know what I'm seeing here with this card? I'm seeing you letting go of the situation here, this difficult situation that kind of haunts your mind. So here I see you've let go of that. I see that you've accepted that it wasn't necessarily you. It was just that that situation was not meant for you any longer. You're destined for much better than that. Here I see you accepting that. I see that you have moved on. I see you taking this new idea, this inner strength that you have, this faith, and I see you just coming out of your shell and becoming so successful with something, feeling quite the opposite. Remember when I said I get a feeling of depression, hopelessness, helplessness, all of those things? This is the opposite. Okay? Because you had that faith. Because you followed that idea. Okay, so we have the High Priestess. Very interesting. So with the High Priestess, I feel like this is going to be a little bit of a process for you. Probably not the easiest process to go through. I mean, obviously, when we're talking about you're going through a difficult time, of course, it's not going to be easy, but it is possible. And I feel like, okay. I feel like there's something that you're trying to figure out before you can move on. And what I'm getting here is that the answers are there. Okay, is there something that keeps popping up that you say, okay, I have a feeling it was this, but I need evidence. I need to see the truth. I need to see if that's what I'm thinking. Okay, Spirit is telling me that whatever your intuition is about the situation, it's correct. And if you so choose to, you can use that as your closure so that you can move on, okay? Because if you keep searching and searching and searching for the proof, for the hardcore evidence, the proof, which you can do, you have free will, but that's going to make this process even longer, okay, is what Spirit is saying. And I think that's part of why they keep showing me breaking this cycle. Because remember I told you, it's like I see this thought process going over and over and over and over again. And it's like, no, just let it go. Just, stop that cycle, that process. So we have the Six of Pentacles here, which is very interesting because it's right below the Six of Cups. So what I see here is balance coming in. I see releasing that past, cycle breaker, releasing the past, balance. That's what I'm seeing here. Also, this comes right after the High Priestess when I was talking about your intuition is correct about the situation, accept that, get closure, and let it go. If you keep searching for the hardcore evidence, you could drive yourself crazy, is what Spirit is saying. Okay, so I feel that that's really how you're going to find balance, and that's how you're going to be able to move forward, is by getting closure, having faith that there are much better things waiting for you. Okay, much, much better things waiting for you. Okay, yeah, we have the Three of Swords here. I get it. It's extremely difficult for you to move on from this. It's almost like I just got a sense of some of you want revenge. Some of you want to see a situation righted. Okay, seeing something that was done to you being fixed. But what I'm seeing here is that the best thing to do is to just cut your losses, cut your ties, move on and focus on yourself instead of the situation that was so painful, the situation that did not make any sense. You know, sitting there thinking like, why did this happen to me? Like, what is going on? And accepting it for what it is so that you can move on, okay? Accepting it for what it is so that you can break that cycle of thought so that you can focus on yourself and your movement forward. Okay, so that is your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a private reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, pile number 2. You have the African Turquoise, and this is your card. Okay, let's see what it says. It says, soul embrace. The connection between souls is sacred and enduring. You are loved, you are heard, you are seen. I am nourished by bonds of deep and sacred love. I'm feeling like this has to do with your difficult time. I feel like it has to do with a loved one. And what's interesting is that the African Turquoise can talk about having confidence, right? So I feel like it might be something to do. There might have been some kind of betrayal, some kind of argument with a loved one, something that kind of threw you off, something. And so what I'm getting here is that, okay, that something about a connection with somebody may have been, like you're going through a difficult time with someone, is what I'm getting. And first of all, Spirit wants you to know that, you know, as people change, as people grow, sometimes people are no longer meant to be as close as they were, or they're no longer meant to be in your life, so that new people who are more aligned with your new energy, with your soul growth, sometimes you need to make room for these new people. So that's what Spirit is saying so far. Let's go ahead and see what else we can find out with your tarot cards. Oh, and why I mentioned the confidence with the African Turquoise is because I'm feeling like you might be lacking self-confidence or something for some reason, something that happened in this connection. Let's see what else we can find out for you. Okay, so we have last quarter moon in Aquarius. Reflect on your priorities. You know, what I'm getting here is putting yourself first. I'm feeling like somebody did not appreciate you, did not treat you appropriately. Something going on with some kind of relationship, whether that's a friendship, a romantic partnership, or a family. I'm feeling like there's something, maybe somebody wasn't putting you as a priority. So maybe you need to then reflect on your own priorities and say, well, You know, if I'm not a priority for you, why should you be a priority for me? So maybe taking some time to yourself, kind of reevaluating things, seeing things for what they really are. And maybe that's the first step, is focusing on yourself instead of someone else. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Oh, and having the confidence to know that you are worth it, that you are worthy of, you know, what you need, and that you are worthy of better than what you are receiving. Okay, so we have full moon in Gemini, embrace the flow of life. This is kind of what I was saying before, that some people are here for a certain period of time in our lives, and then at some point, sometimes they're meant to move on, because, you know, as we change, vibrations change, people come and go. And what I'm seeing, especially with the full moon in Gemini, this is what I said earlier, is that sometimes people need to exit our lives so that we can make room for people who reflect the new us. Okay, when we change, when we up level, sometimes people need to go find their own path, because it no longer aligns with your path. Like, your energies are different, your energies are off. And so what I'm seeing here, especially, look, you have embrace the flow of life and you have soul embrace. Okay, the connection between souls is sacred. Look at this connection between these two figures here. And I feel like that connection is like a reflection of you. So I feel like there will be new connections coming into your life that will be more reflective of of who you are, your energy, where you're going, right? Yeah, so that's what I'm seeing here. Okay, let's look at your other cards. What else can you tell us for pile number 2, please? What do they need to know if they're going through a difficult time? Oh, interesting. Boundary stones. Okay, negotiations, contracts, and communication. Boundary stones. Okay. All right, so some of you may be going through a difficult time because you need to set boundaries. Okay, maybe somebody is taking advantage of you. Somebody isn't appreciating you. Maybe somebody is, you know, bringing negativity into your life. And so do you see this interesting? So reflect on your priorities. What is your priority? Do you want to get sucked into this negativity? Do you want to waste your time giving, and not receiving anything in return? And, you know, of course, friendships and just relationships with different people in general, of course, sometimes we're going to give more than we're receiving back. That's just the nature of, you know, being connected to people. But if it's always that way, if it's constantly that way, if it's draining, do you want to keep going on that way? Or do you want to set some boundaries? Okay. Because I'm feeling like there needs to be communication, either with someone else or with yourself. Communicating to yourself, saying, I'm not going to put up with this anymore. I deserve better, and I'm not going to accept anything less than what I deserve. Okay, so I'm getting like a sense of empowerment. Excuse me. A sense of empowerment once these boundaries are formed. And you see how there's this literally like a boundary here, and you see how it's like this protective energy around you and around your energy too, because if you're around someone who's negative and draining, that's going to affect your energy for sure. Okay, so we have creativity, creative expression, trust your vision. I feel like this is blocked by other people, okay, because it's kind of suffocating your soul, it's suffocating your creativity, it's not allowing you to breathe and to grow. And it's interesting, do you see this, how this came after boundary stone? Okay, so after boundary stones, you have creativity. After you communicate with someone else or with yourself that you're no longer going to allow other people's energy to affect your energy, then you have this flow of creativity. Trust your vision. What do you see for yourself? Do you see better people around you? Because you're definitely deserving of that. If this is a situation that that is not nourishing you, right? Because I am nourished by bonds of deep and sacred love. So if you're not being nourished, perhaps it's time to cut the cord. Okay, so let's look at your tarot cards. And having the confidence to know that you can cut that cord and that you can move on to much better relationships with people. And that's friendships, romantic, employment relationships, you know, it could be any type of relationship. Okay. Okay, so we have the King of Wheels, which is the King of Pentacles. So I feel like there's so much more out there. There's so much more growth. It's like you gaining control of your life. And part of doing that is right above this card. Reflecting on your priorities. What is it that you want in your life? What is it that will allow you to focus on what it is that you want to be doing? Do you want to, because I feel like you want to build something. So do you want to build a life with somebody, like with a romantic partner? If that's the case, then can you do that with this current person who seems to be somehow breaking some kind of contract or breaking some kind of verbal agreement or something like that? It seems like you're putting in too much energy and you're not getting that back. Therefore, it's kind of stunting your growth in your life. And what I'm feeling with the King of Pentacles is that what would it take for you to get to this point? Is it more communication with this person? Is it setting boundaries? Because something needs to change. Okay, something definitely needs to change. So reflect on your priorities. See how you get to this point. What is missing? What needs to be added? What needs to be removed? So we have the Devil card here. It's interesting because, okay, so there's a couple things going on here. So with the Devil card, there's definitely an energy here that is not productive. Okay, there is some kind of possibly controlling energy that is, okay, some kind of controlling energy that you need to put your boundaries up against. Okay, whether that means talking to someone or letting someone go, releasing someone from your life so that you can move on. What I see with the Devil card is that it can also be a fear of walking away from something or someone, a fear of standing up for yourself, a fear of reflecting on your priorities, because that may mean letting someone go. Okay, especially with the negotiations and contracts. Some of you may be in a contract with somebody, so this could be work, this could be a marriage, this could be even like a roommate situation, or if you're living with somebody, something like that, and it's suffocating you, it's controlling your life. And what's interesting here is this Devil actually has a sword. Can you see that? So the Devil has a sword right here, and I feel like you need to cut something toxic out of your life. You need to cut something out of your life that's not working, that's blocking your creativity. Yeah, here we have the Eight of Swords. So, okay, I was talking about with the Devil card, remember I was talking about a fear. Okay, so you may have a fear that you're somehow attached to this situation. A fear of, oh my gosh, but if I leave the situation, then what? What am I going to do? Or maybe I won't find anybody who will love me again, or I won't find anybody who is as good as what I thought this person was, or the situation. And there's a lot of fear with the Eight of Swords because you feel like you're stuck. You feel like you can't move anywhere. But part of that is from manipulation. So this manipulation can be coming from this person or this situation, or the manipulation can be coming directly from your mind, where you kind of maybe talking yourself into staying in the situation because of a lack of confidence or those fears like, well, what if I leave the situation and I this, or what if I leave this situation and this happens or that happens or this doesn't happen or this doesn't, you know what I mean? And you can really talk yourself out of almost anything if you stay in that mind frame. So it's interesting. The Eight of Swords is right connected to the boundary stones. Okay, so it's what I'm feeling is kind of taking a leap of faith and somehow breaking away or putting up a major boundary, saying, look, this is what's going to happen from here forward. You're reflecting on your priorities. You're embracing the flow of life. You're coming back to yourself, right? You're feeling more confident. You're feeling more like yourself again. Okay, so we have the King of Swords. Yeah, this is what I was just saying. And it's so interesting that these two are touching the boundary stones card. So the King of Swords is somebody who's going to tell it like it is. The King of Swords has boundaries. The King of Swords does not really care what other people feel or think about their boundaries. They're going to set those boundaries and it is what it is. You can take it or leave it. Okay, the King of Swords does not sugarcoat anything. Another thing going on with the King of Swords is clear thought, clear communication. Okay, so first, you need to have a clear thought process, right? So that you can clearly communicate. That's what the King of Swords has. The King of Swords also has confidence. Okay, confidence to take that sword and literally cut out this negativity, cut out this controlling thought process or this controlling person. Remember, that's what I said in the beginning, cut things out so that you can make room for these people who will enjoy your light, who will respect you, who will appreciate you, who there's an equal exchange of give and receive in this new relationship that I see, you know, potentially coming up for you. If you release this controlling thought or person or place or thing, whatever it is, okay? We have the Seven of Cups. Very interesting. What I feel with the Seven of Cups is a little bit of back and forth, a little bit of confusion, but it's interesting because the Seven of Cups can also be about creativity and it's right below your creativity card. So let me come back to that part in a second. I'm feeling a sense of confusion about the future, a sense of confusion about the Devil card. Well, this person said that they were going to do this and this and this, but I don't know if I've really seen it. Should I believe them? Should I give them another chance? Should I do this? Should I do that? What if I cut them out of my life, but they were really going to change? You know, what if I no longer see this person and I don't find anybody ever again in my life who will accept me for who I am, who will love me? You know, all of these different scenarios is what I see as possible here. But what I also see as possible with the Seven of Cups is taking the King of Swords energy and directing all of those thoughts into a more positive manner, setting your boundaries, moving forward and seeing all of the potential, okay, all of the potential for your future, all of the positives that can come from getting rid of this Devil card here. Okay, looking at things differently, shifting your focus from a negative focus to a positive focus. Here, remember creativity, here it says trust your vision. And the card right below this has a vision. So is this vision positive or negative? Because the Seven of Cups can go either way. Okay, so it's kind of what I'm getting is shifting your focus to a more positive, more centered on your priorities, centered on you, focused on you, because whatever this is here is focused on control, confusion, lack of insight, lack of creativity. I mean, it might be creative in a negative way, right? But over here, we're looking at, we want to change that to positive and having those boundaries. Okay, so we have the Sun card. Look at that. Remember, I was talking about looking at this in a positive way, looking at all of these what ifs in a positive light. Okay, and now you have the Sun card. The Sun card is one of the best cards in the deck. This is a shift. This is, I just saw like the Wheel of Fortune card, a shift. Your whole life shifting. Clearing out the old so that you can embrace new people, new energies, so that you can level up your own energy. You can extract this Devil card from your energy. So what I see here is that once you make that shift, once you look at things a little bit differently, things are going to shift drastically for you. You're going to feel better. You're going to feel alive. You're going to feel like you can breathe again. You're going to feel like you're free. Okay, there's freedom here. There's movement here. There is a lot of growth, a lot of potential. And another thing I see here with this card is this represents new positive energies flowing into your life. Okay, you've made room for those new energies to come in, and now they're ready to flow in. Okay, so we have the Two of Swords. Yes, so I'm not going to tell you this is going to be an easy process, because I think that it's going to take a leap of faith. It's going to take you taking that deep breath, you really reaching within yourself, looking at your life, saying, I have a choice to make. What is the best choice for me? This card is right below, reflect on your priorities. So what are your priorities? What do you want to see happening in your life? Because I feel what you want in your life is the King of Pentacles. You want growth, you want progress moving forward, excuse me, and you're not getting it because this Devil card. So what I'm seeing here as far as advice goes, what you need to know is take some time to yourself. Take as long as you need for yourself. Okay, because the Two of Swords can indicate a delay. It can indicate, you know, reflecting on things before making a decision, which is exactly what we have right here. So take as long as you need. Figure out what it is that you want to see moving forward. How do you get there? Is there someone in your life who's blocking your flow? Okay, so this isn't a decision that I see you're going to take lightly, so take your time with it. Okay, we have the Empress. Okay, so with the Empress card here, this is quite the opposite of the Devil card that is right above the Empress card. The Empress is flowing. The Empress is in her energy. The Empress is happy. The Empress has everything that she needs around her. Okay, so this is someone who's successful. This is someone who has come into their power. This is someone who has embraced the flow of life. And there's no devil energy here with the Empress. So what I'm seeing here, if we go from the Two of Swords where there was a decision that needed to be made, and then we go right into the Empress card, I'm seeing you extracting or cutting out some kind of energy, possibly a person who's creating a bit of chaos in your life, who's holding you back somehow. And then what happens, I feel, is over time, I feel like this is going to be a little bit of a process, because the Empress card, to me, can indicate a lot of times 9 months or less. So that doesn't mean it's going to be 9 months, but it means this evolution over 9 months time where you're embracing yourself. You know that you deserve better than this Devil card. And over time, you're going to embrace who you are and embrace you know, what you've conquered, what you've overcome, so that you can enjoy what's about to come into your life, or what is already starting to flow into your life with the Sun card. We have the Page of Swords. Yeah, so I feel that if you take the step forward, if you take the step away from this Devil card here, whatever that represents to you, whatever's going on in your life right now, I feel like you're going to be more discerning with who and what you allow in your life. I feel like there's going to be a greater focus on you and your goals and what you want to see happen in your life, because I feel like there's some kind of goal or some kind of success, some kind of achievement that you want to have in your life that you couldn't necessarily get to because this Devil card was kind of blocking you. Somehow it was blocking your energy. It was controlling the flow in your life. And so with the Page of Swords, I see you having this idea and no longer allowing any type of energy to block that flow, because you have those boundaries now. And so I see that you're no longer afraid to communicate those boundaries to new people coming into your life. So we have the Ace of Pentacles. So interesting. There's definitely new things that are going to be happening in your life if you release this Devil card. I feel like it's a shift. It's a transition. It's a movement in a new direction. And I feel like it might have something to do with you. Again, I'm getting it's some kind of goal that you're going to set for yourself. It's almost like a sense of independence. There's some kind of independence and growth that you want to see in your life that you feel will help you like level up in your life. And you're able to do that because you no longer have this, I just feel like it's somehow connected to a person. Okay, especially because your first card is talking about the connection between souls. Like, connection between souls is supposed to be positive, not negative, right? I mean, not 100% of the time, but if you're spending a lot of time with somebody, or, you know, whatever it is, if there's always chaos and confrontation and like battling, if you can't fix that, then it's best to release that so that you yourself can move on, so that your soul energy can move on. Because I see some kind of amazing opportunity that will be coming into your life. New people, new situations, new environments. It's kind of like it springboards. It's, oh, that's why I saw the wheel. Oh, that's why, because this is kind of reminding me of the wheel too. Okay, it springboards. So this represents like your new energy, and then here's new people, here's, you know, new environments, here's new fun things to do. And it kind of goes on and on and on. And then it just kind of evolves into this whole new life that you have, new people, new places, new things, new energies, leveling up. Yeah. So here you have the Emperor card. This is you creating your own future. This is you designing the life that you want. This is you in control of your life. Whereas here with the Devil card, you were not in control. But how did you gain control? Because you took the sword that the Devil has and you cut out any unnecessary elements that were trying to hold you back. Here you're in control of your future, your destiny, and also you're appreciated. People appreciate you here. People, you're around people who, there's an equal exchange of energy and an honest exchange of energy. And here we have the Temperance card. Very nice card to have, for your last card in this particular reading. I mean, for any reading, but here there's a lot of healing. Okay, there is respect. There's self-respect here. There's healing. There's equality. Remember I just told you there's an equal exchange of give and take? That's what we have here. People in your life are filling your cup instead of draining your cup. There's a stronger foundation with the people that you're meeting, the people that you're allowing to come into your life. These people appreciate you. They love you for who you are, too. These people want to embrace you. You want to embrace them. And it's like you almost don't even need these boundaries anymore, because people that you're around now have natural boundaries. They understand, because you don't have this devil energy anymore. So there's, like I said, with the wheel here, how it kind of starts with you shifting your energy, you changing your energy, and then it goes, to new friends, new possibly romantic partners, new places that you're going to, new fun things, all that. And it kind of creates this wheel of this whole new life for you, and everything just kind of flows. Everything is, it's like feeding off of a positive energy instead of feeding off of a negative energy. And you see this here. I just saw that you no longer want to hide. You're now like embracing who you are and who's around you and what you're doing. And you don't feel like you just want to hide and go to sleep because you're not drained anymore. Okay. So I hope that made sense. I hope that helped you. And if you like this, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a private reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, pile number 3. You have the Kambaba Jasper. And this is your card. So let's go ahead and look and see what it says. So it says, Shaman, your magical heart can channel nature's love to heal yourself and the planet. As you ground and connect to nature, your inner power grows. I am in tune with the healing power of nature. I feel like part of what you need to know if you're going through a difficult time, do you need to connect with the animals? Because can you see all the animals on here? All of these animals. So there's an owl, an owl, a tiger, an elephant, a dolphin, little bunny rabbits. It looks like a wolf, a zebra, and it looks like a fox. And then all of the butterflies, and well, of course, and then the dog here. So I'm feeling like maybe you need to connect with animals somehow, because animals are so healing. Let me see. I feel like there's something, I feel like you're kind of a gentle soul. I feel like there's something happened. Something happened to you too, that kind of crushed your heart. And so I feel like step number 1 is to get grounded. So maybe going out into nature, going for a walk, going for a swim, where, like whatever your environment is, going to the mountains or taking a walk in the desert. I'm feeling like that would really help you release some of this hurt energy that I'm feeling. So let's look at your cards and see what other information we can get for you. Okay. What else can you tell us for pile number 3? What do they need to know if they're going through a difficult time? I feel like you have a very gentle heart. Okay, let's see. First quarter moon in Taurus and release control. Interesting. And look, there's somebody here sitting outside, just like this card is here. Do you see how this person's sitting on grass on the heart card? And the exact same thing is happening here. So yeah, I feel like for sure there's something about grounding your energy here, getting outside, releasing control. So does this control have something to do with changing something that happened, wanting to go back in time and change the way something went down, the way something happened, maybe an unexpected change that happened in your life? Because I'm feeling like The way to get grounded is to kind of release the situation from your heart, is what I'm feeling. Let's get some more information for you. Okay, what else? Okay, this card wants to come out. Okay. First quarter moon in Aries, step into your power. Because I feel like you lost your power somehow. I feel like something happened that really hurt your heart and you were kind of like stunned almost. I'm getting a sense of being like, wait a minute, what just happened? And almost not even comprehending like, what happened? You know, that kind of thing. And I feel like it took away some of your power is what I'm feeling. Like it left you feeling stunned, devastated, confused. Okay, and so what I'm getting here with these 3 cards is that right now the situation is kind of controlling you. It has some sort of control over you. And I feel release control is relating to the other situation. Release it, cut the cord, release it from your life so that it no longer has control over you. Okay? And then you step into your power. You come back to you. Okay? You come back to your true self. Because even though I feel like you're a very gentle soul, I feel like you are a very powerful soul. Very powerful soul. Okay, so kind of like the strength card in the tarot. There's a lot of power there, but there's also a lot of empathy, a lot of love, a lot of kind of like silent power, kind of, you know, where it's like, I'm very powerful and people know it. So because of that, I don't necessarily need to be aggressive. Does that make sense? Like aggressive in a negative way. And so I'm just seeing that you getting your power back, you coming back to who you are, no longer allowing things to have control over you. So you getting that confidence back, healing yourself, grounding yourself, and then moving forward. Okay. What else can you tell us for pile number 3? Be the mountain, slow and steady, foundations and patience. Yeah. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with the process. I'm feeling, do you have to like rebuild something? Because I'm feeling like this process may seem like it's more difficult than it's going to be. Because, you know, here it says, as you ground and connect to nature, your inner power grows. Okay, so look at all your nature cards here too. As you ground, as you connect to nature, your inner power grows. That's why you have slow and steady and patience, because it's going to be a process. It's going to be a process of kind of figuring out what happened and releasing it. Getting grounded, getting back to who you are. And slowly, slowly, slowly coming back to yourself, slowly finding your power again, slowly becoming even more powerful than you were before. Okay, so you don't need to do all of this overnight. I feel like you need patience with yourself first and foremost, patience with the process. And understanding that building new foundations is going to take some time, and that's okay. That is okay. We have the egg stone, feminine power, embodiment, and fertility. Yeah, so what I feel is most important here is coming back to yourself. Realizing that the situation may have happened, whatever difficult situation you're going through, but it doesn't define you. Okay? It doesn't control you. And it's not going to keep you down. Like I said, you're very powerful, very, very powerful. And I see you coming back into that power. And I see you even having a greater vision than you did before, having more confidence than you did before. And then from there, you have fertility, right? So we're talking about new ideas, new growth, new things coming into your life. All of this potential, all of these possibilities coming about, because it's almost like you have not just a renewed power, but you have more power, you have more confidence, you have more of like this sturdy foundation, because I'm almost feeling like kind of like the Tower card in the tarot deck, where wherever you were, whoever you were around, whatever caused this difficult situation, it was on unsteady ground. And then eventually one day it just kind of toppled over. And so now you're being given the chance to kind of start things on a new footing with a much stronger foundation. This mountain is not going to fall apart. Okay, it's not going to just topple down like the Tower card does. Okay, so yeah, I'm seeing new opportunities coming into your life because of something that left your life. So let's look at your tarot cards. I'm curious what else we can find for you. Okay, for pile number 3, please, what do they need to know? Okay, let's go ahead and take these. Okay, so we have the Hanged One. Yeah, so take your time. You don't need to figure it all out right now. Take your time, be kind to yourself. Know that transformation is on its way to you. Okay, grounding, meditating, releasing control. Okay, it may be uncomfortable. Okay, it might be uncomfortable going through the process, but a lot of times change is uncomfortable. Look at the difference here. Look at these two trees. Look at how different they are. It's getting a different perspective on things. Releasing things that no longer belong to you, releasing things that you don't need to take forward on this new journey, and understanding that you're not going to be here forever. Okay, this is a process, so be kind to yourself. And I'm just getting that you need to look at things from a different perspective. You're going to have some kind of enlightenment. Things are going to make sense. And oh yeah, I'm also getting like rising from the ashes, like the phoenix rising from the ashes, coming out of those ashes even more powerful, more determined, more ready to conquer the world than you've ever felt before. We have the Knight of Cups. So interesting. So I feel with the Knight of Cups that even though you're going through this difficult time, I feel like there's going to be something positive that comes out of it, something that's going to be inspiring somehow. You know, it's kind of like with the fertility, there's going to like new opportunities. You're empowered. You feel bold. You want to go forward. You're going to step into your power and you're going to say, you know what? I no longer concern myself with what happened. I am stronger now. I'm going to, go forward. I'm a good person. I'm going to just move on from this. And I see you doing that with a lot of passion. I see you completely coming out of this darkness, feeling much, much, much better. Almost like going for a swim here and just cleansing all of that energy off and starting new, starting fresh, excuse me, leaving that negativity behind, kind of starting a new life. Yeah, so here you have the Temperance card. This is healing. This is grounding. This is balance. This is walking on a new path, a path that's much more suited for you. Much more suited for you. I'm seeing here with the Temperance card that you have perspective on what happened. You have an understanding of what went on. You have an understanding of that you needed to release certain energies from your life and that you have a much brighter future, much better things. It's kind of like shedding the old skin and walking into this new path. new people, new situations, people appreciating you, you going in a direction where you have a lot to give to the world, and you going into a direction where that will be appreciated, it will be cherished, it will be honored, okay? Let me see something here. Yeah, there's something so healing about you. Are you supposed to work with animals? Is there something about that? You're working with animals or something? You're doing something with animals. Maybe you're volunteering. Are you volunteering? Is there something about volunteering and like giving back to the community, giving back to the animals that's in turn very healing to you and your spirit and your soul? Okay, that's a possibility for some of you. Okay, what else do we have? The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, so this is what I was just saying, how with you stepping into your power, you feeling that fire, that creativity, building this new life for yourself. I feel like everything kind of comes together. It's almost like everything had to fall apart so that everything can come together. Okay, everything comes together and it shifts. It shifts so drastically. Okay, it completely shifts. Look at all of the things going on here. I see new people coming into your life. I see getting some kind of knowledge, maybe studying something new. Obviously, we see a lot of animals here. I see a shift in direction. There's more balance. There is information. There's cutting things out of your life that no longer belong there. It's kind of having this stubborn power of, I'm going to move forward. I'm not going to let the past control me anymore. I'm not going to let whatever this was that hurt me, I'm not going to let that control me anymore. I'm getting a great sense of creativity also. A lot of change, a lot of learning. Okay, also a lot of freedom, a sense of freedom, no longer being bound to the past or letting that define you, and kind of writing your own story moving forward. We have the Page of Cups. Okay. Yeah, I felt this when I was looking at the Knight of Cups, and I felt like maybe it wasn't time in the reading yet to talk about it, but I swear to you, I knew it was going to come up. Okay. I feel that there's going to be some kind of surprise that comes about from all of this, from this situation, this difficult time that you're going through. I feel like something is going to be quite surprising that comes out of it. And I feel like you're going to kind of latch onto that, and run with it. So let me see, how can I put this into perspective? Let's say if you have like a hobby or something that you love to do, and because of this difficult situation that you were going through, let's say that you started trying to distract yourself from this difficult situation. So you kind of pursued this hobby more than usual as a distraction. And somebody saw what you were doing. And they were like, wait a minute, you did that? And you're like, well, yeah, I'm just really sad right now. I'm just trying to stay busy and not really think about things. And this other person's like, wait a minute, let me see that. And then you start talking and you're like, yeah, I just do it on the weekends. I do it after work at night. And they're like, no, you have like a talent here. You need to do something with this. And then you start and you think, and you're sitting here holding this thing that you're doing, and you're like, wait a minute, let me think about that. And it kind of sparks something. Okay, so obviously that's just an example, but that's kind of the energy that I'm feeling. It's like, because of this difficult situation, it kind of sparks something. And then you realize like, oh, maybe I should be focusing my energy on this instead of that difficult thing. And then I feel like it's almost like this serendipitous thing that happens in your life, bringing in this sense of fertility. setting new foundations, stepping into your power, okay? And things shift drastically for you. Okay, the King of Swords, exactly. You have a new perspective. There's massive transformation. It's okay, the example that I just gave you where it's like something sparks something and you start to think about it and then you're like, oh my gosh, should I be doing that? Should I be pursuing that? Should I, that kind of energy. And then I feel like it calms the chaos. It makes so much sense. It elevates you. It brings you into this place of control over your life. Huge transformation. Huge transformation. And not just that, but whatever it is that I see you doing or shifting in your life, this huge shift, this huge change, people respect you, people listen to you, people are interested in you, your story, what you're doing. They recognize that you're a healer. Okay, they recognize that you have some special kind of power, some special kind of energy. They appreciate your kind of gentle but powerful nature that you have. Okay. The Two of Cups. I love this card for you. So not only do you have the Temperance card, but you have the Two of Cups. So this is like the perfect scenario. Okay, especially with the Temperance and the Two of Cups. This is things coming together beautifully. Energies coming together, the perfect pairing of things. So this could be you, whatever this idea is that kind of comes to light here, this could be you fully embracing that, jumping headfirst into it, just going for it, and then realizing, how did I not know this before? How did I not know this is what I'm supposed to be doing? Or how did I not know that this is where I'm supposed to be going on my path? Or, this is meeting people. This is connections, true, honest, really good connections. There's an equality of energy that we see with the Two of Cups and the Temperance card. So an evolution of energy, an evolution of ideas coming together and flowing. Like the flow is so much easier. If your difficult situation is that something's not flowing, let's say you had an idea to do something and it was blocked and you can't move forward with it. There could be a reason for that. There could be a reason why you're not allowed to pursue that path. And it could be that by being blocked from pursuing that path, that's how you have this Page of Cups moment where you're like, oh, I never looked at it like that before. But there's a change, like there's a shift in the way you look at things. There's a shift. And so I see that coming about from this difficulty that you've had. Okay, yep, here we go. The High Priestess. So this is a missing piece of information, and this is you getting that missing piece of information. So if you've had a delay, if you've been stalled, if you've been blocked, if something you thought was going to come through fell through, okay, because with the Hanged One, there's some kind of waiting period. There's some kind of reformation of ideas, transformation of ideas. You're getting that information here. It's all coming to you. It's all going to make sense. There's going to be a huge balance. You have so many balance cards here. Like you have the yin and yang here on the book. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a yin and yang. Okay. So things coming together, things really balancing. There's knowledge, there's growth. Look, there's even a camel here. So something about animals or harnessing the energy of animals, working with animals, volunteering with animals. I'm not sure exactly what that is for all of you, but there's definitely something about animals connected to a lot of you. So yeah, you figuring out the mystery. And I do feel like this is going to be a process. I don't feel like this is going to happen overnight. That's why you have slow and steady foundations and patience. So you're definitely going to need patience with this, but I'm feeling like you're going to enjoy the journey. I feel like once you release control of how you thought things were supposed to be, that opens up this whole new door for you, this whole new universe, not even just a door. It's like a whole universe, which then allows you to step into your power. Okay. The Three of Swords, yeah. There was something that happened to you that broke your heart. Something that either didn't happen or something that happened that caused you to feel like your heart was shattered. So when I say something didn't happen, that could be like you had your hopes set on getting this perfect job, a job that you thought was perfect. And then it didn't happen. And you're like, wait a minute, they told me they were going to call me back and hire me. And, you know, like, I don't know what happened, but I never got that call back. Like maybe you went through a couple interviews and they said, okay, let's drop the paperwork. And then, you know, we'll give you a call and let you know, and you can come in and sign the paperwork and then you can start work. And then you just never heard from them again. Something like that could have been a blessing in disguise, because there's something that you're going to see from losing something that makes so much more sense than this did. Okay. This could be something, that you had in your life, like let's say a relationship that ended up just fizzling out and you break up and you feel like your heart is broken. Well, that could be that example that I said earlier, that because you're trying to distract yourself, you're focusing more on this particular thing over here, which then springboards you to pursue this thing over here. Like, let's say it's a hobby. Like I said, somebody notices what you're doing. They see your potential. They see all of that. And that opens up this whole new universe for you. So of course, those are just examples, but you know, hopefully you can kind of feel the energy that I'm talking about. So unfortunately, yes, sometimes we have to go through this horrible heartbreak to truly open our eyes to our true path, or to what we're supposed to be doing, or to bring new people in, new energies in, to elevate our own energy. Okay, because what I'm seeing here with the Three of Swords and the Temperance card, it's kind of like you don't get to the Temperance card until this event happens. Because when you were here, there was a missing piece of information that you have in the High Priestess. So do you see what I'm saying? It's like you have to almost like break open the egg. You have the egg stone. It's kind of like you had to crack the egg to see what's inside. And unfortunately, cracking that egg is probably a difficult, painful situation that's going on in your life, or that has gone on in your life, but that's going to springboard you into exactly where you need to be. And this is exactly where you need to be, is the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is you have all these balance cards, very balanced energy. This is looking at things from a different perspective. This is understanding things from a different perspective. So I feel like you're going from the Hangman here, where you're a little confused. If, you know, the face on this person looks confused, maybe a little stunned. But then the Queen of Cups is like, oh, I got this. It makes so much sense now. I'm so much happier. I'm so much more balanced. I'm on top of my game. I have great people around me. I'm in control of things. I'm so much happier now. Your Wheel of Fortune has completely shifted. Like I said earlier, you're like elevated, like really, really elevated from where you were before. So we have the Ace of Pentacles here. You're going to come upon this new idea. There's going to be something that, I'm telling you, something springboards from this difficult situation that you had, because the Ace of Pentacles is right below the Page of Cups, which is when I talked about you getting that new idea. Okay, so this is something that you're going to be able to grow with the mountain. Okay, slow and steady progress. You're going to take this idea, you're going to run with it, you're going to grow it into something so amazing and so beautiful. And it's going to allow you to share your heart. Okay, remember I said you have this really kind, gentle heart. a very, very giving energy is what I'm feeling from you. And you're going to be able to share that on some level. Like there's something where people can access that on a healthy level. Okay. And it's like you're giving so much positive energy. You're emitting so much positive energy out into the universe, which then creates so much growth and so much abundance that comes back to you. And I feel like this wouldn't have necessarily been possible in the situation that you were in before. So remember, this had to fall apart in order for this to come together. Okay, let's get your last card. Yep. You have the Eight of Wands. Everything's going to come together. Okay. It's going to be a process. It is going to take some time for everything to come together for you to build this from the ground up. But what's going to happen is you have this spark. You have this understanding of, oh, I should pursue that, or oh, I should do that, or oh, wow, if this difficult situation didn't happen, I wouldn't have seen this new opportunity. And so what I see happening is once you have that realization, the wheels are going to start turning very, very quickly. Your inspiration is going to start turning very, very quickly. I feel like you're going to have one idea after another, and you're going to pursue those ideas. I feel like your inspiration is endless. I feel like it's going to really take you to new places. There might be travel involved. You might even move. You might feel like, you know what, let me just move. Let me clear all of my energy and let me move somewhere new. But yeah, that's what I see here. There's a tremendous amount of growth that's coming from this broken piece here. Okay. To the point where you might even be grateful for this broken piece here in the future. Okay. Don't get mad at me for saying that right now, because you might be saying, yeah, I don't feel that right now. I said, you might feel it in the future, okay? Because it's like, that's how much you're elevating. And that's literally, you're going to see, if this didn't happen, this beautiful life that I have would not have happened. Okay, so that is your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a private reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching.